Feeling Kleenex.
She's a heck of a lot of fun, Jeanne Robertson. Oh, she's a heck of a lot of fun, Jeanne Robertson.
Hey everybody, and this is Jeanne Robertson, and you are now on my back porch in Burlington, North Carolina, and a lot of people for the first time, and we welcome all of you. Need to tell you what's going on here. About an hour and a half ago, with us putting all this stuff out for this show today, all of a sudden, blink, 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 all the lights went out. They're out in this area. They're out, Isley, didn't you say? Elon University. They're out at Elon. They're everywhere. We stood here like church mice, not moving, just quiet, and the generator that we have in the backyard kicked in, and it's now worth every penny that I have paid for it. Left brain didn't want to get it, and I was determined. So we may have this happen. If we blink, we will come back up. We haven't had that happen, but I'm just telling you that that's what we're going on around here. And this is a special Saturday. The most people we've ever had on the stage for the show before the stage being this back porch were three people came down from Virginia with the morning show, radio show with Neil Steele, and that was loads of fun. Today we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are legal in the state of North Carolina as far as COVID, and they are all spread out. And we're here for a special reason, and we'll tell you about that in a little minute. I've got a few logistical things that I'm going to go through them fast because we've got such a busy, fun day planned. And one is that on Thursday night during my pop-up, every Thursday, if I feel like it, I pop up late afternoon and invite y'all and just remind you about coming today, and we give away prizes and that kind of thing. And during the pop-up, I make sure we have how many mics out here today, Patrick? Microphones do we have on stage? We got a lot. How many of them are working? Not so many, but we're set up. Patrick has done yeoman's work. And by the way, Patrick was our special guest last week, and y'all loved him. I got right tired of hearing it all week, to tell you the truth, and the week before he went in. And, oh, thank you, thank you. And then they would say, after you told about your children and everything, I'd say, is he married? Well, yes, he's married. You'll meet Leslie this week. No, not funny. Okay. It's funny. So, and we'll introduce you to everybody else. But we had a new something Thursday night. And what we did was we let you enter if you wanted 2 tickets to my show next Friday night in Florida. Now, we said could have been interpreted as a rude thing, but y'all understood it and you did the right things, because we tried this a couple of years ago. Remember, Tony, to give away tickets and have people sign up.
I do.
What?
I do. We
did
try it, and it
then
didn't work.
The people that won the tickets lived 25 states away.
2,500 miles away.
And they said, we knew we couldn't come. We just wanted to see if we could win, which meant that some people in the area did not get to come. We were trying to give away 6 that time. So what I said Thursday night is what I'm going to say this afternoon, because we're going to give away 2 of them this afternoon too. And that is, if you know and you want to come to the show next Friday night in Niceville, Florida, I think it's the Maddie Kelly Performing Arts Center. That's the Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Elgin Air Force Base, all of this area. And you know you can come, and you not just that you would like to come, you can come. Go to Jeanne Laughs, no I in Jeanne, JeanneLaughs.com. You're not asking for your credit card. We're not doing all that, but we're getting your regular stuff that you would put on a ticket if you were dropping a ticket in a door prize at a banquet or something like that. Want your name, where you live, how do we get in touch with you, that kind of stuff. But no money takes place. And then, but you're saying by doing this that you will not only want to come to that show. Some people said last time, well, we wanted to come, but we knew we probably couldn't. Well, then don't enter. So with the woman who won is named Naomi. She's got the 2 tickets, or we'll get them that night. She's excited, but those names from Thursday night are gone. They are wiped out. And now today, and we'll let you know right away, you can go to Jeanne laughs.com and do that simple and little thing and you'll introduce. We always start the show off having a little bit of a little fun by giving prizes. And we will continue to do prizes during the show here. I'm going to pull quickly 2 names. Now, let me remind everybody that this got up to 5 packed, crammed green grocery sacks right here. And what we had to do was finally, it was just absurd. I went out of town and I had to take all of these with me to draw names. And then that just didn't work. So at the end of the year, we threw those out. And then we started and we did one in January, just January. Now we've started over in February. Patrick was the first show last week. This is the second show. Next week, I'll be in an airport I'll do the show from there. And then last week, Liz Curtis Higgs, as y'all know, will be here. And here are the 2 people that I've just pulled out. So y'all write these names down and you are winning your choice of any prize of all this stuff I have back here, except the 7-hour and 20-minute audio version. We'll give one of those away of the book. We'll give one of those away in a little while. And here you go. Bob and Sandy Younger. And it's Yuenger. Okay, you're one of the prize winners. You need 2. Get on your email. Type in Tony, Toni, at JeannieRobertson.com. Where's the second one? And tell her what item you want. If you want a book, but you've already got one, but you want it for a friend, let me know and I'll assign it to that person. Okay, and the second prize winner is Gypsy Tweed. What a great name. Gypsy Tweed. And so you did what? Somebody calm him down. Freebird, you're his best friend. Calm this guy down over here. We got 3 cameras going to. A year ago, we started this show with 1 camera back here on this. Now, Tweed, Tweed, Gypsy Tweed. So she's the second one, but there will be many more today. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I need to do before we bring in our special. Oh, I got to say hello to Rita Sanders in Branson. That's because you're from Branson, Italy, and you wanted me to do that. Thank you.
Okay.
And her name is spelled Isley. She's a student at Elon, and she's come over to help us. But her grandmother is from Ireland, and they pronounce it Isley. So, okay, let me see what else.
Jeannie, people have asked already, how do they get their name in there? So you won't quickly tell them what to do.
To get you 2 things. If you want the tickets for Friday night, it's JeannieLaughs.com. Laughs, plural.com. But if you want to do this, you just go to Facebook and ask a question. Next week, because I'll be stranded in an airport in Florida, then you would ask questions about me, my career, the background of a story. Is this story true? Tell us what you want to do, because I'll be the one sitting there answering unless I can flag down some flight attendants or people walking in the airport. Okay, and that's about it for that. So let me tell you about our special guest. I'm going to bring her on in first, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit. Would you welcome, please, from Alamance County, North Carolina. I'm so glad you weren't flying in today since there's ice on the trees. Will you welcome, please, Suzanne? Would you come in here, Suzanne Smith? Look. Can you tell she not only writes a blog, she writes a blog on fashion and looks great and looks everything. Suzanne, how you doing?
I'm great. It's so nice to be here.
It's great for you to be here, because when people hear what you've done, what we're going to do is introduce you a little bit to Suzanne, and then she's going to show us, then have 5 of my friends over here that you've sort of seen pictures of, try to make a charcuterie board. Did I say it right, Freebird?
You did.
Charcuterie. My own son, Beaver, has written today saying, pronounce it right, please, Mom. Can you put it in? Okay, so I had a book signing at the Alamance County Arts Captain White House in December.
Yes.
And when I was down there, I picked up their color, beautiful. We have an active arts in this county. And what are y'all doing? What are you doing?
Put my big head in the camera. I'm sorry.
It's going to be this way all day. We put him on last week and he did real well, and everybody had now. Now, if you'd excuse me, it's Suzanne's turn. Okay. So I picked up their brochures and they were colorful because our Arts Council is very active. And you were having a charcuterie fundraiser. You had people come in, pay so much money, and y'all made charcuteries. I've just learned to say it. I pause every time. And I thought, my gosh, why is she? I remember you 25 years ago. I filmed tape down here at the Paramount, one of my DVDs, and you did the party afterwards.
It was a long time ago.
It's been a long
Yes.
time ago. So you were catering and you still talk about food, and that's why you were doing the show, because you now have your own blog.
Yes.
Now, this just blows me away. You just started this not long ago in the big world. And how many followers do you have on Instagram?
I have almost 50,000. So everyone, please follow me
Okay.
on Instagram.
Okay, that just blows my mind. I'm not even on Instagram. I think I have an Instagram account, but I don't do Instagram. Do you put stuff on Instagram? You blog every day?
I blog almost every day, and I do put things on Instagram every day. Yes.
And the name of your blog is
Crazy Blonde Life. So
Crazy
I
Blonde.
can never be brunette.
Okay, okay, not now, but I wasn't going to say it, but okay, if you believe it, that's it. And you have almost 50,000 people from all over everywhere that are following you.
Yes.
Okay, here I am. You're a grandmother. I know you're a grandmother.
I have 3 grandsons.
That's just amazing. That just makes me want to go on a diet. And is my hair, would you say my hair is blonde?
I would say it's silver.
It's silver,
It's beautiful.
not gray. Thank you very much. But and so tell them, I asked you ahead of time, may I ask you your age? And you said yes.
I'm 57.
You're
Yes.
57. You go girl.
Oh, thank you.
You look great. You look fantastic. But to have all these people, I think there are people, you have a section where you just give your thoughts. What are the sections on your blog?
Gosh, let me think. Lifestyle is the biggest one, and then fashion and food. Is there a health and wellness? Maybe health and wellness, but that's definitely something that I've started talking about more. So food, fashion, fitness, fun. That's what I like to say.
But I asked you yesterday how you started, what made you think, because people that are sitting out there saying, I wouldn't mind having a blog. I'd love to write. And you said you really couldn't remember how it all happened. Did you ask your friends? What
I don't remember how I started to get people to look at it. I really have no memory of how that happened. But when my youngest daughter was going to college, I knew I needed something more to do. And I loved seeing other people's blogs. So I thought, well, I'll just start a blog. And I don't remember how I got it going. I know I was on Instagram. And I think it just slowly, it seems like very slowly.
But
to
I
me.
get an email from you about every day it's your blog. And I started this after Christmas. I'm sorry, Suzanne. I was not aware that you were doing this.
It's
And
okay.
I know, but I just went. So if I'm a person who is not on Instagram, what do I do to be able to see you get your blog every day? And is it free, isn't it? I haven't
Yes,
paid. Okay.
It's free.
It's
Just,
free.
It's just crazyblondelife.com.
You just type in crazyblondelife.com.
Yes.
And I go to Instagram. So remember, I'm not
So
sharp.
if you go to Instagram, you go to the little search symbol and you just type in Crazy Blonde Life blog. I had to add blog to the end of it because Crazy Blonde Life was already taken.
Really? There's 2 of y'all.
Well, and the person who has Crazy Blonde Life, if you're listening, you don't ever post. So can I please have that?
Okay. Good for you. So, but you just made it more complicated to me. First, I was going to go, I'm trying to do this for my followers because they might not know too. And I may be asking something that everybody else in the world knows, but I just don't. But so I can just type in crazyblondelife.com and I go, and it does.
That takes you to my blog. But
Okay.
there's also a place that's really easy on my blog, and you just hit it and it takes you straight to my Instagram page, and then you can follow me. That might be the easiest way.
Okay. So you get in there and then you just tap the thing and there it goes.
It's a little Instagram symbol. And I don't know, there might even be a place that says follow me on Instagram. Maybe I need to search my own blog a little more.
Well, but let me tell you what she has done. And you even have a photographer here with you today because you show so many clothes and stylish things and things that you do, and your pictures are great. They're just great. What is his name? Taylor Moser?
Taylor Moser. I don't know
Thank
what
you.
I would ever do without him.
Y'all are going to be impressed by this if you look at it. But then when we were talking about it, you said something and you caught my attention. I believe the word was sponsors, because I know that you give away a lot of gifts on your place. Do you have various sponsors for this show?
I don't have any sponsors on my blogs. I have some ads on my blogs.
Okay.
People may not like those, but I do some giveaways, and usually they're pretty good. I just gave away a beautiful diamond and gold and sterling silver bracelet.
Now, they're not going to get real excited about getting my book. If as a giveaway, when you're giving away diamond and silver and gold.
I think everybody wants your book.
No, oh yeah, oh, aren't you good?
I know I do.
But you don't have it?
You haven't given me one.
Oh, well, I'll make sure to do that. I'll make sure to do, you're good. But see, I have a style and there's no store that I can buy anything in. It's just the stuff's not long enough for me. And it's a real challenge. But when you came in here today, can you just get that coat? Isley, could you just get that coat she had on? It's dead, isn't it?
It's a mohair, so
It's a mohair.
with
It's
the
not
mohair, right?
She had on this beautiful coat.
The animals are shaved, and so
Yeah.
it's like wool.
Oh, okay. Oh my
Nothing
gosh.
died for this, and it's so nice and warm.
I know it. And see, I would feel like I was in a blanket. You look great in that. You came in. Some of these people over here came in, and first thing is maybe I need to get a pair of boots. I'm gonna have to talk to people about that. Do they go up to 11s?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm always cold. I have to have boots.
Well, I'll let you put it back, but I wanted them to see oh, that's mighty nice. Put it down. Don't put it on the floor. Okay. So what else would you like them to know about what you're doing? Because I just know how fast this is growing for you. And we're in a small town, and with this having all this internet stuff now, we can do a lot of things sitting in a small town.
We really can. It's amazing. I think I'm just evolving as I go. And my blog is really geared toward midlife women. I think some of the fashion, because my daughters keep me inspired to dress. I don't want to dress younger than my age, but they keep me feeling a little bit more trendy. And that's nice to have 3 daughters. So
I agree, because I don't have a daughter and I'm not a fashion person at all. And I do notice the people that have daughters sitting in this room, often they are trendy.
they will
they
call
know
me
stuff.
out if I have on something wrong. They will let me know in a heartbeat.
I would blow their minds. So it would be all. Okay, so what I've gotten interested in these charcuteries. Charcuteries. Because a friend of mine, actually the second cameraman, Freebird McKinney here, used to be a chef working your way through school, and now you're certainly not. He was the teacher of the year in North Carolina. Was it last year?
2018.
2018. Well, take it from a former Miss North Carolina, how quickly they forget. No, I'm just kidding. No, he won't let us forget. So because he was a chef, he can do these things. So I've seen them, but I've never done one. So what we did was, if you can give us some tips, we've got some great people sitting over here, and you know them. And so let's move to the tables. You go to that there on the end. Take your microphone, and I'm going to go here. Isley will be drawing more names, and so there you go. And we're going to begin the active inner participation. Let me get my cup. Don't bungee jump naked cup. And we have to put on our gloves. Everybody has to put on your gloves. And we've gotten this big table with it could be 14 basketball players at one time. I know that. I'm gonna put mine down. Anybody got anything to say? What?
I did notice that
I gotta get my
Linda
gloves on.
Krim put up the link to her Instagram blog post. So it's on there for anyone to see.
Linda Krim is something else. And she is from Missouri. She's from Springfield, Missouri. And she's Johnny on the spot like that. And a lot of other people are too. I'm going to put this down 1 minute and get my gloves on, because we got to wear this and try to make sure everybody's COVID negative and all that kind of stuff. and everybody's not sitting next to each other so much because of all the same reasons. So what we're going to start off with, Suzanne, do you have anything that you want to add to yourself for 30 seconds?
To myself, well, I do love to make these charcuterie boards, and I feel like I was doing it before I even really knew the word. So this is going to be exciting, and I am so happy to be here.
Oh, thank you. And you're going to give us some tips
I
in a
am
few
going to give
minutes,
some
and we're
tips,
going to go.
yes.
All right, we'll go this way. Can you tell them a little bit? This is Norma Rose. This is my bestest friend.
Okay, Norma Rose, and you'll remember I'm the gusset girl, I'm the scarf girl, and the chocolate syrup person.
But okay, but
Norma, they're not going to forget who you are. You
okay, wait, give it back. Give it back to Norma. This is the only one that I'll give a little more time to. I want you to show your board because you made your board, and tell them why you made your board. I'll hold it up.
Okay, I was in a shop in Rolling Rock, and I heard this word, and I didn't know what it was. And I said, "Excuse me," and they said it again, and I won't even try to say it. But anyway, they were very expensive, and they were like $100.
The boards, they were selling the boards.
And they were old wood. And then I looked down there, they had some raw wood for 20 or 25. I thought, I can stain this and I'll varnish it with Minwax, that sharp, that varnish
From
they
boats.
use on boats.
Talk to the mic, Mom.
And anyway, this is my board. I've never put anything on it.
Look at that.
Show both sides, Jeanne. It's,
What? Show those what?
yeah, it's got.
Oh gosh,
I
you
don't
reached
know,
my
but-
wrist.
It was.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
God.
but it was fun to do, and I'll do some more. And I was actually going to give it to my daughter-in-law for Christmas, but then I liked it, and I didn't give it to her.
And it was it was $100. And then I said, "You made this board." She said, "I'm gonna bring a board I made." And I said, "I didn't know you were making food on these." She said, "Oh, I've never used it."
It's a back. I'm using it on my stove.
It's a piece of art.
I have been using it as a backsplash for my stove. And it's very nice. I love the color, color
Crazy.
or color or whatever.
Okay. I like you, flower. Okay, you're up, Tony.
I'm Tony. Obviously, you know who I am. I've worked for Jeanne 42 plus years, and I'm here because she made me do this.
Oh, I did not make you do it. I said,
This is the board I wanted to use. I could fill this one up. They're making me use something a little larger. Anyway, that's it. You don't need any more of me.
all right. Okay.
Well, I'm Kelly McKinney and just a friend of the family, and I work at Elon as the assistant controller, and I'm really happy to be here and learn how to make a charcuterie board.
Okay. You are the assistant controller of Elon. Is that? I want to make sure to get that in. Because
I am
don't you
not-
get tired of people saying she's Freebird's wife?
You know what? It's gotten a little bit better over the years, but yes, I am Kelly McKinney.
You're a, si-
Yes, I work for Jane Deaton. She's the controller. Mhm. Melissa's mom. Exactly.
Mary Lou Stroutman. We were at the wedding. And the other thing too is that you are a CPA. To
Yes,
get that
ma'am.
kind of a job, you have to know numbers.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Show us your board. Oh my gosh, it's a slate. It looks like a chalkboard.
So you can write on it with chalk, but I don't have any chalk.
Well, and
Okay.
be mixed in with the food. Okay. And finally, the person y'all have asked about over and over again, tell them who you are.
I'm Leslie Henry. I'm Patrick's better half, Tony's daughter, mom to Jack, Robert, and Meredith as well. Let's see. I work at Elon as well, a different department than Kelly. I'm not about the numbers. I work for the School of Education, director of a couple of programs there. I teach in the elementary ed because I taught school for 20 years prior to Elon. I think that's it. Oh, and I teach yoga. Love yoga all the time. Feel Better Yoga. You can join via Zoom and take classes with me.
You can go to your yoga classes on Zoom.
Yes. Wherever
Wow.
you are, you can come
I've
take yoga
missed
with me.
that. Where would I go? Tell me exactly where to go.
It's Feel Better Yoga NC.
Okay. .com.
Mhm.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing what we're all doing during the COVID, where everybody's just found other things and ways to get out, because you weren't doing it online before then. You were just
No.
doing yoga.
Just
But
doing
now
yoga.
online.
So now
Okay.
it's everywhere. And I'm excited because this is going to be dinner for tonight, so now I don't have to do
Show
anything.
show your little board.
Somehow I got the big one. I think Patrick I had a little one, and now it's all of a sudden I have a big one. I think he wants a bigger charcuterie tray for dinner tonight. So
Okay, because
It's
there's
heavy.
another thing. Leslie is also Tony's daughter. Did you say that?
I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I was just missed it. I apologize. Y'all hold on. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to tell these wonderful women to get up. They've got their boards. There's plates around, and we have all of this food. Can you get all of this? It looks like a big board in itself because the table's this color. Can you give us some tips on what they're looking for? Because I think that, you can't get every item that we've got. So do you want a theme? Some boards have themes.
Some boards do have themes. A lot of times it won't be the case today because we just have an assortment of cheeses. But sometimes you'll have a French theme board, or I've done a Southern theme board where I've used pimento cheese and pickled vegetables, and that's a good one. So this one is just an assortment of cheeses. So my only thing would be to recommend that you have a good variety. You don't want every cheese to be soft, or you want some nuts because they're crunchy and some olives because they're salty, and just make sure you have a good variety. And then the one thing we have that is kind of new to me for a charcuterie board is chocolate, and maybe just in honor of Valentine's Day, but I love chocolate anytime. So we have, this one has some hot peppers in it, and then we have some chocolate covered almonds, and chocolate is surprisingly good with cheese. So a mixture of, I think what makes it charcuterie is the meat. So there's salami, there's prosciutto, there's pepperoni, there, I guess that's all the meats, and then lots of cheeses and
No,
nuts.
excuse me. Norma, put that back. No, did you put it back? She just took her hand while you were talking and reached over and started grabbing some of the best stuff.
So you need to tell the rules before.
Well, the rules are, when you're gathering your thing, if you have to get up and walk around, that's fine, to remember the COVID, and you can reach across and do things. If you see somebody get something, it is against the rules to grab it from their hand. Once they have it, it is theirs. You may not grab it from their hand. When you are seated and begin working in your bowls, you do not steal an item from another person. That's rule number 2. And we are watching. I'm even trying to make my board and watch. And I saw that, Norma, and I'm greatly.
I ask for forgiveness.
Okay. All right. And so and then another rule is that, let's see, the stealing and the doing this and that and the other. What were the other rules? I have them written on the tablet somewhere. There's too many rules. There's just too many rules. But you cannot, if you take a bite, this is very important. If you take a bite out of something on your tray, do not put it back on the tray. There are trash cans around. But please, people, please. No, don't put the peanuts back in the bowl if you suck. Good, Patrick. Thank you for reminding me. And then we have prizes at the end, and we will tell you how many minutes you have left. It's not a hurricane speed that you need to move. And if you look over and you see that somebody has a really unique idea, and you want to just switch your board and use that idea, no, please, people, don't
Be original.
Be original. Be original. That's the whole thing. And I know, and I had another theme I wanted to do, but I don't think we have enough on it. But you could do like a redneck theme.
Oh, totally.
You could have possum.
Oh,
You could chitlins. We could have. I don't think I can't. I was hoping that we would have enough of those that I could do that. But you could have 4th of July theme. You could have
Valentine's Day,
basketball,
Christmas, summer.
and yeah, if you had the team over, you do the number of teams we've had at this table. You have the same food, but you have little basketballs around. And then I think people have been asking all week, why are you doing this during COVID? This is food, blah, 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 blah. Well, we've also heard from a lot of people who have the same philosophy that I do, and that is, this is just fun. And one family wrote and said, we did this on New Year's Eve, and we have 3 teenagers, and they had never seen anything like that, and they loved it. Just some excitement to
Do
to
it for your
happen.
family. Or if you have a board the same size as Tony's, you could just do it for yourself.
No, Tony, didn't they make you get a bigger board?
I did, but now I found another board.
An Auburn board.
I think this
Oh.
is a better board.
I
What do you
too,
think?
War Eagle.
And we do play at 1:00 today on Play Kentucky.
Every week. Every week. No,
So
we-
this show will end on time.
Okay. Okay, you use that board. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to be gathering some of my food, and if you can go around and you're going to do a board too.
I'm going to try to do a board while everybody else is doing a board. And ask questions if you have questions. Type in and ask them, and hopefully
Okay,
we can get
we've
some
got
answers.
two
We're
people-
watching the
All right,
computer. We
Isley's
have
got
a
a
couple
question.
people watching.
Who will be what? Well, Isley will be judging. Freebird will be judging. Where's Taylor? You might.
Tony's gonna win if
I know. No, I think that would be very. Patrick may have time, but y'all, we still have lights. We still have power. This is wonderful. So everybody, and y'all keep talking. We got microphones everywhere, but get your items now. That's not the same one you took before, Norma, but you've already put your hand on the other one. Well, you got on a glove. I'm gonna have to get up and get mine too.
All right.
Okay. Do you just dump the olives on a
So
tray?
one thing that we didn't mention is that all over the table there are little bowls, and so you can fill them with dates or olives or nuts, or for some of the smaller ones there are honey and preserves, and so you can just, or you wouldn't put the honey directly on the board, but you could put the nuts directly on the board. So we'll just see what everybody comes up with, but there are lots of options.
Like, I couldn't take this whole thing of brie.
Oh, you should. I'm going
Take
to.
the whole thing?
I
Well,
think
now
you
they're gonna be,
definitely
oh,
should.
okay,
You
well,
have
all
a
right,
big board. You
goodbye,
need to-
goodbye brie.
If you don't, we will.
I'm
Okay,
going to
wh-
take a brie too.
Where is the, are there not, oh, and look over here, these are different meats.
Norma.
Norma. She took,
Excuse me. I think we have a.
all 4 of the
I
roses?
think no.
Norma.
I think we
You
have a
brought them?
disqualification.
You said,
You
we,
can bring anything I want to, and I have some cream cheese you told me to bring.
no, here. Okay. Well, I just thought that, excuse me, you're standing on
Well,
there.
I wanted some white cheese, but I have cream cheese, but I can go get that.
No, I got that. Norm, hold up those meat flowers.
They're so pretty. Yours are much prettier than mine.
This is not a salami.
That's what
It's a salami rose.
She said something like that. Did you just, I can show in the next.
I wore that to prom.
Starts to smell.
So you
after a
just take
while.
things like this and put them right on your board? I guess so. You line them up. And, oh, you got,
Play.
I'm gonna put mine down a minute.
It's like a goat cheese.
Goat cheese.
of some sort.
Are y'all following this? Hey,
I'm
Isley,
looking,
give
everybody's
a
is so-
prize.
so different
While we're
already.
getting food, give a prize.
You got people that fit it. No,
I know.
I say, leave you alone.
Hello.
Prosciutto, is that?
Scared you are.
What is wrong?
I think
Is it called prosciutto?
I think it's
Prosciutto. Prosciutto.
Sean just people to be really upset with you.
This is an interactive sport.
Yeah.
The gloves are nice. They make it easier to gather.
Okay, Isley is speaking. What do you have over there, Isley? This is a prize, right? We're not giving away the audio book yet, the prize, okay? Rebecca Stewart Sanders. Sanders. Would you put, oh, look what you're doing. But I'm not supposed to get an idea from somebody else. That looks really good. But did she say where she's from?
No, ma'am, but she just said hi.
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 Okay. I got to get some of these little bowls. I'm going to go over there.
She's from Hawaii.
I love this red pepper jelly.
Oh, red pepper
Oh,
jelly.
red
is my
pepper
favorite.
jelly.
That's so pretty. You have such a Valentine's
Oh,
theme
thank you. I
going.
need that. What are you getting? You're lining yours up. Isn't it supposed to be lined up in a pretty fashion? Is this what you do,
Yes.
Freebird?
I love to use fresh herbs and dried fruits and even fresh flowers, depending on the occasion. I even have a few little roses over here that would be pretty. So I can't hold them up, but I will in a minute. But fresh herbs are, I think, always great, and they're so available at the grocery store anymore. But in the summer, you can just cut them if you have them in your yard.
Oh,
Even
gosh.
greenery,
In
ivy.
your yard.
Sometimes I use ivy. All right, Jeannie, I'm going to go.
Oh, no, yeah, I got you.
Also name the cheeses as y'all are putting on the board so they know the different kinds of cheeses that are going
Oh,
on.
yeah, I got mine.
Cheddar,
Manchego.
Manchego, you take over all
Manchego,
that.
and then there's brie. There are a few that aren't labeled because I ran out of my cute little labels here. But and then there's some diced cheese that's already cut up, and I didn't really do that several years ago, but I like to have some diced cheeses that are harder, like cheddar, because then you can just have a toothpick and eat one bite, and that's nice. What other kinds of cheeses? We have a good assortment. We have a blue cheese. We have a Gouda. We have one with sun-dried tomatoes, a little bit of everything. That's what we have.
Okay.
Oh, and we have these. So Kelly, show your little heart cheese.
Oh my gosh, look.
That was wrapped with wax, and what is the flavor of it?
This one is mature cheddar.
That's on my
And
tray.
then there's another one that's gin and
Gin and rhubarb.
those are fun. There are all kinds of
And
specialty
there's
things. right?
raspberries and
leaving
white
those.
chocolate still up for
Yeah.
grabs. I was going to get some olives, but Jeannie's taken all of
She took
them.
them all.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
That's
that's why.
I'm gonna go back to my stage.
That's
No.
what happens.
Well, I like olives. I like olives a lot. And y'all had a few minutes to come get
But
them.
I got a few before Jeannie got to them. So
Well, okay, I'll put them
Sorry.
back in the mix. You're making me feel bad. I'll put some in the bowl. for
and
Pete's
it's
sake.
nice to vary your heights. Kelly's is really pretty. That looks so nice.
Well, that's
Love
not fair. Because she lives with somebody who's trained.
Yes,
That does
I
look
forgot
good.
about
She's
that.
adding hers together over there. Here, Leslie. There'll get you closer.
Get in front of the camera.
So,
Okay.
Suzanne, does everything on the board have to be edible, or can some of it be decorative?
Well, I think some of it can be decorative. If you put fresh flowers on there, there are some flowers that are edible. You can buy edible pansies, and they're so pretty. And
You said pansies, right?
Pansies.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Making sure.
you can buy those.
What'd you say?
Marigold. I think the marigolds are edible. Maybe I'm wrong. I said that. So don't eat them. Just check Google before you eat a marigold. But you can buy edible flowers these days. And you can even buy some that have sugar on them, and they're beautiful.
All right, I have a question. Red chili pepper that everybody says is delicious. Do I just put it in a bowl, or what do they need? Crackers to dip in there? I mean, what do you
You can
do?
put it in a bowl. This is good. The red pepper jelly is good with a little bit of cheddar or blue on a cracker.
cream.
You got the only cream here.
That's
A cream cheese. Or just pour it over a block of cream cheese. It's delicious. Okay, I'm going to get some grapes. I'm wondering if my microphone's going to reach.
We get out. Oh, look at this bread. Yes.
I had to get a big bunch of grapes, but I like grapes on my
Oh
bowl.
my gosh.
Okay, I'll give you a few.
Cut the whole board with.
Let me help you out.
Is my backside in the camera? I don't want that. Okay. Okay.
And that's the beautiful thing about, look at Leslie's. That's so pretty. Am I not supposed to be saying that?
You can say it.
I love it. And everybody's is going to be different. And that's the beauty of these boards, is that they're never two alike, even when you're making them yourself. And I love dried fruit on mine. And dried fruit is good to use in the winter.
Here's a ring.
Oh, that's mine. I had to take it off to get my
finger was in the food. That made me nervous. Okay.
It was too big to get my gloves on.
Okay. got it. Keep going. I
I
interrupted
need-
you.
Oh, I just said dried fruit is good in the winter because the fresh fruit isn't as good. But you can always get beautiful strawberries.
Oh, where are the
Oh.
strawberries?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
And here is, I'm gonna use some chocolate, but I want the chili pepper chocolate because I like it spicy.
Chili peppered chocolate. That's
I don't know where the camera is, but there's the chili pepper chocolate.
which camera are we on?
And I'm just gonna break it up. I need to go in
Freebird.
front of you, Jeanne.
Okay, you going in front of
We're
me?
getting mixed up with our mic.
We tried a big fancy mic in the middle of the thing, but it drew from the
I have to put
power.
this down for a minute.
Okay, I think
So are
they'll
there
have.
any other questions that people are asking?
Yes. What other meats can you use that are not Italian?
They're not Italian. Well, you could really use anything you wanted to. I mean, people are making these boards. I've seen like a taco board. So you have the taco shells, and then you have the meat in the middle, and you have all
Oh, no,
the fixings
that
around
looks
it. It's on a huge board, or a waffle board, or smoked salmon. I love smoked salmon. That's a good one to use. So really, you can make it any way you want to these days, and that's the beauty of it. Now, it might not technically be.
Let's see.
I don't really know
Y'all are
what-
building something.
if
I'm
there's
just,
a very specific thing a charcuterie board is traditionally supposed to be, but I think anything goes.
man alive.
Anything goes, as long as you like it. I had to put it down, my microphone down too.
To work on
Create.
it. See, now you're talking, giving instructions and everything else, and yours is looking pretty already. Oh, I see what you did. You cut
I-
into that brie
I
to make it
did.
look edible.
Well, and sometimes if you cut into your cheese a little bit, then people feel more comfortable starting. Everybody will stand around and look at it and say how pretty it is, but nobody wants to cut into it. So it's nice to go ahead and do that.
I'm going to put my microphone down and go get some knives and things on the other side of the table. Okay, there you go.
And I think once COVID is over and we can do parties again, that this is a really fun way to have a party. I think this would be great. So
Love to have a charcuterie party.
hopefully soon.
Okay. There's little plates back here, y'all.
When do we get to eat?
When she's not looking.
The first, and here's stuff down here. Oh, decorating.
And so one thing I love to do is pistachios. Pistachios are always so pretty. And if you want your board to look really lush, which camera, Patrick? But if you want your board to look really full, you can make it and then you can fill in with any kind of nuts and crackers. And then it just looks like a very lush, and I like a full board. I'm not a minimalist at all.
It's easy to look good with all these many
Look at
ingredients.
this. Look at this.
Someone asked if the herbs are just for decorative or do you eat them?
The herbs are just decorative, but they're pretty. They are pretty, and they smell good, and I think they just make it look. They give it that touch of, I don't know how to describe it, but I love to use fresh herbs. And it doesn't take much, just a little sprig or two here or there. All right, I'm going to get.
And
some
I
oil
read
for that.
those. You had rosemary and thyme.
Rosemary and thyme, but mint is nice in the summer. Any fresh herb. Oregano is good. Those are just the ones I could find at the grocery store.
Okay. All right.
Suzanne,
Isley, you have a question?
I do. To arrange, do you start in the center and work your way out, or does it matter?
I don't think it matters. I like to start by placing my cheeses first and then adding around. And then you've got those kind of, they anchor the board and then you can fill in. But that's just the way I do it.
And what time of day should you make a charcuterie board?
Oh, any time of day. I think you can make it. What time, they want to know what time of day should you make a charcuterie board? I love to make one to nibble on before dinner, but you can make them dinner. They're so they can be so hearty and you can make a meal from this. So anytime. I love to make a small one for myself and just sit down and eat a little bit of cheese with a glass of wine if nobody's home but me.
If somebody else is home, you don't have one?
If somebody, I'm not good at sharing.
Good for you. Look at the crackers. Look it.
I think Norma had a whole bag. Norma had a whole bag full of.
This is terrible. Excuse me. Wait, just put everything.
What, did somebody want, I thought that everybody had a box.
Hey, Norma. Norma Rose, what are you using to tilt your bowls up?
I'm just,
Give me a microphone.
I'm just,
Okay,
look at that.
there you go.
I don't really know, I just did a little lean on them and they stayed there. I propped them up. You
There
know,
you go.
it just propped them up.
Y'all all see that? Look how they tuck. I never ever seen
You just prop it up.
David Brooks in Chicago, how many of these do we make at the Carolina Inn, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
That's your best friend.
Yeah.
What happened? Was that the David Brooks that liked me?
Well, yes, of course.
Wasn't he
Then we
one
made
that
the
called
Christmas-
your birthday party or something?
We made the Christmas message for us, remember that?
Yes, yes, I forgot that. Hey, David. Okay. I got a call from David Bone, who's a friend of a lot of ours, and he had seen that somebody said, get some Vienna sausages. He didn't want me to miss it. And I got them and I ate them last night.
This is goat cheese or greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
Is that what it said on that?
Well,
It's Brady-
it says
it's Brady
goat,
cheese.
So I was thinking of Tom Brady.
Greatest of all time?
Oh,
Greatest of all time.
Am I quick on goat
greatest of all time.
cheese?
I wasn't quick on that one either.
I'm gonna put G.O. like this.
So Alice Larson wants you all to know that people who make charcuterie boards are called charcutiers.
Ooh,
There you go.
I never knew. I never knew I had a special name.
Where are you? Alice, where's my mic? You wrote that, and I was gonna tell him that, but I didn't know how to say charcutiers.
Sure.
I thought it would come out there.
I'm still not sure I know how to say charcutiers.
No crackers. Give me some.
Somebody said.
Jeannie needs crackers.
Somebody said that Norma Rose has already won. They're calling it early.
They're very biased,
That's
very
right, in the
biased.
third quarter.
I want to know who's judging.
Norma
We're down.
Norma Rose won when she walked in with her own bag of goodies.
I think that's probably really true.
Board that she had made.
She made her own board. She brought her own cheese and her own
Heart,
salami roses.
and her own little hearts to write on.
I think she planned this last night. And I got these cute little things. Can I say where I got them? Is that okay? At Hobby Lobby. And I think they're adorable. So people can know what they're eating.
And you can write on it using
Yes, it's a little tiny chalkboard. And I just put
I love
what the name of the cheese is.
Any more of these?
Well, that, you're on her board.
Are you?
I'm getting grapes.
Grapes are almost gone.
But where are these heart things I
There's
like?
one right here, Norma Rose.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, goodness. And there were only 3 of those.
Do I get half of it or a fourth of it or all of it? You can have
I
the
think you
whole
should have it
thing.
all.
Oh,
It's soft on the inside. The cheese is really
Oh,
soft, so
I'll
it's
take
spreadable.
this half, But everybody's got them.
No wonder you cut yourself with that knife. You're walking around with it like a weapon.
And I've already from home too. Because I'm not getting one today.
How much time do we have?
It is 10, you have 10 minutes.
Okay, I think it's
We're
time to
on
give
the
away.
countdown
You
here.
want to give the audio book?
Seriously? I think it's time to give away the audio book.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm gonna go ahead and draw names.
okay, and this is very important if y'all want it because Patrick gets a percentage.
Yes.
Because we typed it together. Y'all see me doing that? Oh, look at this.
I think that from now on, I'm going to wear gloves. This makes it so much easier. They're great.
2 minutes. Where did I know how to do it?
2 minutes.
Oh, right there. There you go. Look how quiet it got. when we said-
Can I tell about the pecans? I won't tell what's in them.
Yes.
But I made these. Jeannie gave me a bag of pecans last night, and I roasted them with all my special seasonings. And so you can do things like that. Have specialty items or pickle your own vegetables. Oh, where's the pickled okra?
Oh, it's in the refrigerator.
We we forgot to put the
Wait
pickled
for
okra
it.
out. Pickled okra is so good on a board. Oh, here we go.
Hey, lunch coming last night.
It's the best.
Here you go.
You want some of your,
Okay, right. I got to tell
Well,
this.
look at here.
This is a company from Alabama. It's Wickles Wicked Okra
it's Wickles Pickett.
from Auburn.
They're made near Auburn,
Near Auburn.
Waverly, I think, but still very close to Auburn.
This is the best pickled okra I've ever put in my
But they
mouth.
make all kinds of good pickles, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
wickedly delicious
Wickedly.
pickles.
And if you, yes,
Wicked-
if you like
Wickles.
pickled
Yeah, we are
okra,
doing a commercial
this is
just
what-
because they're really
Right.
good.
They are really good. And this is the
We
one I would
benefit
eat right out
nothing
of
from
the
that.
jar.
Because we said their name, we can go to Harris Teeter or any other grocery store and buy them
Yes,
like
yeah.
everyone else can.
Go out and buy them.
Yes, this is the winner of the, okay, I'm ready a little bit.
What is this? Is that legal?
You finished the item.
Oh, okay. Is this the audio book?
This is the audiobook. 7 hours and 20 minutes.
And our next winner is Nell Paget Whitaker.
Padgett. Does she say where she's from?
She's from Indiana.
Okay, good enough. You have just won the audiobook. And if you are not interested or don't have a CD player anymore, lots of facilities with seniors in it would love to be able to borrow it and play it for all of their people. So do that. Thank you, Nell. Congratulations. All right.
Someone commented they believe you might have eaten more than is on your board.
Well, I'm standing next to her, and I think that might be true. Just saying.
So is there a prize for who ate the most?
I haven't eaten anything, but I'm going to eat some okra.
You've got a question from Donna Murphy. She says you mentioned on your blog you travel between Atlanta, Nashville, and Boston. And she wants to know what's your connection to Boston?
My daughter lives in Boston, and I love Boston. It's one of my favorite cities. It's so cold there right now. I don't like the cold, but I do love the city. So, yes, I have a child that lives there. My oldest daughter lived in Atlanta, but now they've moved back to Burlington. So I don't travel to Atlanta I haven't traveled anywhere lately, but that was my connection to Atlanta. And then Nashville, I have a daughter who is now in Germany. Her husband is in the Army, and they were at Fort Campbell in Clarksville. So about 45 minutes from Nashville. So
We wanted on the record that we did invite your husband to come and sit and watch.
yes, he's a troublemaker.
We got enough.
Baldy is a troublemaker, so he.
Somebody said I think they drink all the wine. I think they drink all the wine.
No wine involved yet.
Okay, y'all, don't y'all think it's time to wrap this up?
I think so.
Okay,
Do
do
we
we
get
have to
to
have-
explain our trays or anything?
Oh, that'll be fun.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. I'm not gonna win. I know I'm not gonna win.
She's already made a little plate for herself.
There was for people to choose from.
Oh.
Pick up the plate. But here it all is. I just put the stuff on here. I did take the whole bowl of olives, but I made put them back and now I have olives and chocolate together. Not another tasteful combination. And I just put things because I was worried about the show not going on and I needed to make
Okay.
this show.
Okay.
So that's
Well, I think I should go next because I'm also not going to win. I think if you work for the company sponsoring the contest, you can't win. Right. but I'm not going to win because mine's not very good. However, I did use my Auburn tray, and you can't see it because the camera's not above it, but I carefully arranged some of these meat things into an AU.
Oh, that's
I just want to know,
clever.
that was my originality, and other than that, it's just a lot of good food. And who is next? Norma, here you go.
Well, I want to win. I think I can win. So this is my best effort so far, but in the next hour I can improve on it. And I cheated a little bit. I'll ask for forgiveness. I saw something on Leslie, so I wanted to do. But anyway,
Can you turn yours around a little bit?
well, I
Because
guess.
those things in
those
the back.
bowls, yeah, just,
I think that's a clever thing.
Yeah.
I think it is too. I love that.
you know, just, I'm trying to get a job. I'm unemployed. I'm trying to get a job.
Pulling stuff out from underneath the table.
So if you want
And
a cheese
listen,
board,
I had to have grapes. I bought my, but see how it got
the
scared.
grapes did get.
Uh-huh.
But Norma, how can we get in touch with you for our own cheese
I
board?
have cards.
1-800-Norma.
Yes. I've already made my cards up. I can't prepare.
Norma walked in with this bag. Hid it under the table by her chair where we had put her board. And what else is in here? That
In
you
my
didn't-
lap, my iPad, I got everything. I got everything I could find.
Is there a
before I went out
bottle
the
of
door.
wine in there?
Who?
a bottle
No,
of wine?
Not even one.
No, not
Well,
even.
there is some of them.
Look,
While we're all running out of grapes, this is under Norma's chair.
The great table and the cherry table. Look, it's simple. Can you go-
Oh no, it's too late now. Don't put them out now.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna win, you gotta come prepared. I came prepared. I want to win.
All right, Kelly, show us yours. Now, you had a smaller bowl, but look at it. It's all there.
Well, I got the best red heart that we got from Aldi's.
yes.
So you also can get a red heart if you have time. I sliced some strawberries, so I think I get extra points for that.
Yes.
Also, it's a really sharp knife that Norma Rose bought for us, so I was scared the whole time. So extra points for hazard.
And also, if you bleed, no one will ever know.
Oh, Norma Rose brought the knives.
Brought and bought.
Jeannie owes Norma Rose for the knives. And then I have a good mix. I put some honey on my blue cheese. It's automatic. It all fell off, so you can't tell, but it's going to taste good. And then I made a huge flaw, an aesthetic flaw. I made a little heart-shaped strawberry on top of my cheese, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put some jam, and like add some texture. And I picked this jam, which I bet tastes really good, but it's really unattractive now. And I was trying to fix it the whole time that Jeannie was talking, but I can't get this open by myself. So I was stuck with it. Okay.
That is apricot jam.
No,
I can't do it.
We got plenty of men here who can open that for us.
I can open that.
Norma's not so
I thought I could.
No, don't use the knife.
Okay, you get a little bottle top, the old fashioned spirit, and do it.
Do it,
like that.
yeah, in case
Put
somebody
air
else-
in there. Okay, Leslie, yours is exploding.
It is. I went with the more is better. Let's see.
More
All
is
my
more.
favorites here. I have my little pink heart. Love that. Honey goat cheese, my favorite. And I just kind of started throwing things on, trying to follow Suzanne's recommendation for some height and some different textures. Love the chocolate. I'm not even sure. There's stuff buried underneath. I've just got a little.
I think it's
I want a
really
little while,
pretty. It
but
looks tasty.
It's dinner tonight, babe.
Fix her up for the supper
That's
tonight.
right.
Okay, what did you do while you were talking all that time?
I did. I was talking a lot, but I still managed to pile some things up. So I am responsible for the disappearing of the grapes. I didn't cut them. And then I just have some piles of things similar to what Leslie did, but hers is much more artistic than mine. I have chocolate, pickled okra. I think I'm the only one that used the pickled okra, so maybe this can go home with me.
Came out in the final hour.
Right, it did. And I do love these little breadsticks. These are tasty. And this I made these last night. And forever and ever, I have been slicing my bread and putting it on the baking sheet and brushing it with olive oil and rubbing it with garlic. And last night, I put it all in a big bowl, poured the olive oil in, put a little garlic salt, and popped it in the oven. It took me 5 minutes. And so that was a really easy way to do your bread. So that's it.
We didn't put all that bread out because you said I don't want all of it. gone."
No, I have to take some of it home.
I noticed something. I picked up one of these. We all still have on our gloves. One of these Breeze. I love Breeze. But you picked yours up and you cut a wedge out of the absolute middle of it and put it on top.
I did, just to look like it got started, so people will feel like they can go ahead and cut into it. And sometimes when the brie comes in the little wooden box, you can take the bottom and cover it with a little foil and put your brie on top of that just to elevate it a little bit, because it's nice to have height on your board.
Wow. Okay, couple of things. Thisly, could you get the prize basket, please? Oh, well, I'm gonna tell about it.
Oh.
Norma Rose has made her secret, we call it Elon University chocolate sauce because of a long story. But when she bought, I did not buy these. You bought these and it's got things on the top. And where'd you get these little dishes?
$3,
$4.
$4.
$3-4. And she bought everybody who participated a thing of chocolate, which I thought was very nice.
Yay.
And it smells like
told me
chocolate
the
fudge.
Hmm?
It smells so good. I really just want a spoon
It's really.
right now.
Oh, in other words, she didn't bring you one.
She
I'm
did bring
sorry.
me
Oh,
one,
okay.
and I want to eat it now.
Okay, get her. stuff.
Chocolate is my favorite thing in the
All
world.
right, a couple of things. Here are the prizes. Seriously, cream over here and put them in this chair. And you may have to, or you may walk around that you. So, Freebird, I'm looking at the one least likely to win, and I think that would be me.
I don't know. Yours is original for
Well, who
sure.
else are you gonna tell is the least likely? Mine is, I will take the prize that's the least likely to win. I think Tony should get best school spirit.
Definitely.
War Eagle.
War Eagle or only school spirit. Okay.
Only school spirit.
And you know, that Auburn board was not out. Where did you?
I had that in my closet, found it. I don't know.
That bug from my house and you never bring it.
No. This is mine. It was in my house.
Candy or do you want nuts?
Oh, I want nuts.
And I do not want most improved.
Don't worry, you're not getting most improved. Thank you. Now, I know how to toast these. I don't have Suzanne's secret recipe, but I can do it.
I might give it to you.
Get the mic.
Switch.
But I can say they're good because I've been eating.
Hello,
off of my tray.
hello. Okay, I think, in fairness, that we
When
put
messy is-
Suzanne at a disadvantage. And had she had time without all of us doing things, so I'm going to name, I think she should get the best sport award, Miss Congeniality. Okay, because if you had had time and weren't answering questions, I know you could have done. Therefore, we are leaving Norma Rose, Kelly, and Leslie's.
It's a tie.
No ties. We don't do that here. We get a winner. We no.
Most improved.
Okay. Okay.
Motivational one.
Okay. Freebird, I know your wife's still in the running, but what do you think?
It's really hard to choose between those three. So
But remember, you have to go home with her
Patrick,
tonight.
your wife is still in the running too. What would you say?
She went.
Wait, I have to go get my husband.
No.
You brought your bag, but
I
you
wish
forgot
that
to bring your husband.
Okay, now everybody said I think you're out. I think you get, I think that you get.
Was it the mustard, Jeannie?
Yes, you can, yeah.
It was the mustard.
The mustard
You
will
can
do it
mustard.
every time.
But it was the mustard. Do you want pecans or pecans covered in chocolate? Oh, really? Okay, give those to her.
Can you choose both?
No, you can't choose both. We don't have quite enough. But you win. Do you want some more pecans?
I do. These are the
Okay.
best pecans.
They're good pecans.
Love these pecans.
It was raining the day I was going to take all this to my neighbors at Christmas, and I just never took it. So here we go. So that leaves Leslie and Norma Rose. Okay, Isley?
Well, I can pass because I did cheat. I saw her.
I was about to say she
She
cheated.
cheated. I'm sorry.
But
DQ.
Well, at least she admits it.
You asked for forgiveness, and I want you to forgive me too because you run her up. Because you cheated. You had all this. Look at the food on the floor.
That's all
You
right.
came in. She came in here last night. That's how she knew those things were in the refrigerator, poking around and doing. And do you want
I'll
pecans?
take this. I'll take this.
Now no, you can't because that's what Leslie wants, I believe. I don't have any more left. Don't you want the pecans? There you go, pecans and chocolate. That's just the way it goes. And
Pecans and chocolate are good.
I think, let's be honest, if we were TV commentators, I think Norma Rose had it until it was revealed that she had cheated and used improper
It's always
ingredients.
unfortunate. to cheat.
Unfortunate when it happens. It really- And the winner is Leslie Henry. Yay! You get the pecans right there. And now, to wrap it up, holy cow, y'all, thank you so much for coming and doing this. And Taylor, thanks for coming. Did you get me in any of the pictures?
I got you in all of them.
Oh no, I don't want to be in all of them. And Freebird for helping. Isley, thank you for coming over from Elon and doing this. And all of y'all, you didn't even hesitate except Tony when I asked you to come and do this. And so everybody in here working with this, we've got containers and things like that because we can't take this down to the homeless shelter, but you can take it to your home. So you can help yourself, and it's all around the house. So thank you for making all this food, doing all these roll-ups, doing all this kind of stuff. And next weekend, is this camera on, Patrick? Okay, next weekend, I'm going to be in the airport in Fort Walton Beach. Excuse me, I just don't have any. This is awkward. So in the airport in Fort Walton Beach by myself, flying back after the show down in Niceville. And don't forget, if you want to be eligible and you can come next Friday and you want 2 tickets, go to Jeanne, and we're going to wrap that up this afternoon. So go to JeannieLaughs.com and enter for those 2 tickets. And you come and you wear your mask and all that, and you sit by yourself, but we'd love it to come. And Taylor, thank you for coming and taking pictures. And now the people, you did a great job.
Thank you. It was
And,
fun.
so
I enjoyed it.
I am going to get on Instagram and follow you. I'll follow you, or can I just keep following you where I am now?
I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. I would love
'Cause
for
that helps
everyone
you.
to follow me on Instagram.
It gives you another number.
It does. And it's all about the numbers.
Everybody get that? So I appreciate it, and we're proud of you because what you're doing is wonderful.
Thank you.
Freebird, help us. Thanks. Appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
Patrick, everybody. We usually just end the show, but
Maybe
I
we
guess
should
need
all
to
have
do that now.
maybe we should all have a bite as we
Maybe
end.
it's time for us to eat. Goodbye, y'all. Thank you very
Bye.
much. Bye-bye.
She's a heck of a lot of fun, Jeanne Robertson. Oh, she's a heck of a lot of fun, Jeanne Robertson.